Imagine two classrooms. One is quiet, with students focused solely on memorizing facts for the next exam, while the other is buzzing with energy, students asking questions, debating ideas, and challenging assumptions. Which classroom feels like it's preparing kids to shape the future? Which one feels more alive? The difference between these two classrooms highlights a critical issue in education today. Curiosity is the engine that drives creativity, innovation, and progress. But sadly, many education systems prioritize compliance and test results over exploration and critical thinking. When we focus too much on following rules and passing tests, we risk stifling the very trait that fuels growth: curiosity. Curiosity isn't just a personality trait. It's a key factor in human advancement. From groundbreaking scientific discoveries to revolutionary works of art, every major achievement started with someone asking, "What if?" or "Why not?" Curiosity leads to critical thinking, which allows individuals to question assumptions and evaluate information with a deeper understanding. It drives innovation by pushing people to explore uncharted territory and create new solutions. It also fosters empathy, encouraging a desire to understand others' perspectives and cultures. Without curiosity, we end up with generations of people who can follow instructions, but who struggle to think critically or explore new ideas. Unfortunately, modern education systems often stifle curiosity. With an overwhelming focus on right answers, standardized tests, and rigid curricula, many schools discourage the very type of thinking that leads to progress. Students are trained to memorize facts instead of questioning them, and those who challenge authority or deviate from the prescribed material may be labeled as disruptive rather than curious. The pressure to adhere to structured activities and schedules leaves little room for unstructured exploration, which is essential for developing creative and independent thinking. In this system, compliance becomes more important than exploration, and students are conditioned to prioritize following rules over asking important questions. The consequences of neglecting curiosity extend far beyond the classroom. When education systems fail to nurture curiosity, the effects ripple through society. Innovation suffers because a lack of curiosity limits the next generation of inventors, artists, and thought leaders. People with narrow worldviews, who have not learned to question assumptions, are less likely to seek out diverse perspectives, leading to cultural echo chambers and division. Over-reliance on authority becomes the norm, leaving individuals unable to think independently or challenge outdated systems. The fear of failure takes hold, and people avoid risks, stifling personal and societal growth. Now imagine a society where creativity is rare, debates are stifled, and progress is stagnant. This is the world we risk creating when curiosity is neglected in education. To counter this, we need to bring curiosity back into the classroom. But reintroducing curiosity doesn't mean abandoning structure. Instead, it's about finding ways to balance structure with freedom, giving students the tools to explore, question, and create. One way to foster curiosity is by encouraging students to ask questions, big questions. In a classroom where it's safe to ask why or what if, students learn to think critically and challenge assumptions. Open-ended exploration should be integrated into learning, where students aren't just given the answers, but encouraged to figure things out on their own. Incorporating projects that don't have a single right answer, like group experiments or creative challenges, gives students the chance to experiment and explore. Failure should be celebrated as a natural part of the learning process, rather than something to be feared. Mistakes lead to important discoveries, and by rewarding the effort to try something new, we foster a growth mindset. Diverse ideas should be introduced to expand students' perspectives. This can mean integrating literature, history, and philosophies from different cultures, fields, and disciplines. Students need to see that there are many ways to view the world, which can fuel their curiosity and inspire them to ask deeper questions. Teachers and parents can model curiosity themselves by sharing their own questions, interests, and discoveries. When they demonstrate their willingness to explore, experiment, and ask questions, they show students that curiosity is a lifelong pursuit. The benefits of a curiosity-driven education extend far beyond the classroom walls. Students who are encouraged to explore, question, and innovate are better equipped to adapt to change. In a world that is constantly evolving, curiosity is the key to navigating uncertainty and finding creative solutions to new challenges. Curious minds don't just accept what's presented, they dig deeper, explore alternatives, and build new connections. Furthermore, curiosity helps students develop the critical thinking skills necessary for leadership and innovation. They learn to question assumptions, see beyond the surface, and develop fresh solutions. As adults, they will be better equipped to engage with the world, tackle societal problems, and make meaningful contributions. Curiosity fuels a love of learning that lasts a lifetime and drives individuals to explore their passions and interests, making them more engaged in their communities and the world at large. So, what kind of future are we building? A future where compliance reigns, or one where creativity, exploration, and progress take center stage? If education systems continue to prioritize compliance over curiosity, we risk raising generations of people who are well prepared to follow the rules of the past, but ill-equipped to create the solutions of the future. To truly prepare children for tomorrow's challenges, we need to prioritize curiosity. By doing so, we can unlock their full potential and create a culture of exploration, creativity, and progress. Next time a child asks a silly question, don't dismiss it. Encourage it. That question might be the first step towards something extraordinary. Let's reshape education to embrace curiosity and unlock the incredible potential that lies in every child's mind. After all, curiosity isn't just about what we learn, it's about how we grow. So, let's begin to foster curiosity in every classroom, home, and community to create a future that thrives on exploration and innovation.